Big breaking news coming in right now is that Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be addressing the nation tonight at 8. So we shall be expecting some sort of a message to be sent out by the Prime Minister, and it is to be assumed that this will be regarding the Operation Sindoor that Indian Armed Forces had recently undertaken and also is considered ongoing. Prime Minister has been meeting with all the high-level officials and also the ministers. He recently had a meeting with the Indian Armed Forces chiefs and also the Defence Minister and the NSA, and he has been completely debriefed. Also to be noted is that he has been in contact with the NSA, with the chiefs and all the important officials whenever required, and was taking note of every single action of Indian Army. Now let's cut across to Shreya Chatterjee of India Today. Shreya, what do you know about this address to the nation of Prime Minister?
Well, you know, this will be a very crucial address by the Prime Minister, especially after the fact that it comes after the ceasefire announcement and also after the army presser that is well defined on Operation Sindoor, how in a measured manner an attack on the terror camps of Pakistan was carried out. The details have already been elaborated in 2 press conferences by the DGMO level respective chiefs of the Navy, the Army as well as the Air Force. And now subsequently we will be seeing the Prime Minister address the nation. It is extremely crucial as a messaging for the public, because remember, I mean, even before we went into the Operation Sindoor, the Prime Minister had addressed the nation suggesting that justice will be served. The army has already said that the justice has been served, and very categorically today when the DG Ops, Air Marshal A.K. Bharti, was speaking, he suggested that the government had given us full support. So now the message has to come from the Prime Minister, because at the end of the day, he is the one that everyone is right now looking up to at a time of the kind of digital misinformation that was peddled by Pakistan, and addressed by the Prime Minister will settle a lot of scores.
Absolutely. Also, Akshita Nandagopal joins us from the newsroom. Akshita, what can we expect from this address to the nation?
Well, extremely crucial, Anjali, first of all, because this is the first address by the Prime Minister to the nation since Operation Sindoor, and essentially first address to the nation since the Pahalgam terror attack, though he has, of course, spoken about it in different events. But this is the first time he's directly going to be addressing the nation. In all likelihood, the Prime Minister, of course, is going to be talking about why they felt the need to kick off Operation Sindoor, talk about some of the highlights of also the operation, what made Operation Sindoor hugely successful, of course, the manner in which our forces carried out each of these strikes and also responded to Pakistan's attempts to hit us. So there's no doubt that the Prime Minister come 8 p.m. this evening is also going to be essentially saluting our forces on behalf of a grateful nation. Having said that, Prime Minister Modi previously in his messages after the Pahalgam terror attack did, Anjali, repeatedly say that we will ensure that we avenge those who died in the Pahalgam terror attack. And that's what essentially Operation Sindoor was about. What was the trigger was the Pahalgam terror attack. So, you know, there will be a great deal of focus perhaps on what the Prime Minister has to say about that and what really he believes we accomplished with this kind of an unprecedented operation. Remember, at this point, the government, our forces have repeatedly maintained that Operation Sindoor is an ongoing one. So it'll be interesting to see how much really the Prime Minister can delve into what our forces have done, how they've managed to ensure this operation was a huge success. Also on the road ahead, the next course of action, there have been a lot of doubters about whether we should really be trusting Pakistan with the ceasefire deal or not. So that's something the Prime Minister perhaps could throw more light on whether we're actually going ahead and trusting Pakistan, or we're taking essentially a wait and watch policy to see what Pakistan does in the next few days. Because mind you, after the first phase of Operation Sindoor, where clearly our target was terror hubs, terror hotspots and nothing beyond that, our step 2, step 3, phase 2, phase 3 of Operation Sindoor were merely reactions. Retaliatory strikes to Pakistan attempting to hit civilian establishments and also hit our military bases. So a tough message for Pakistan could also be in the offing when the Prime Minister speaks at 8 p.m. tonight.
Absolutely, and most of the people in the country will be glued to their televisions trying to listen to what Prime Minister says. But there is also another political side to it, because the opposition was continuously badgering the government and asking and saying that we need details of the operation. We want to know if all the objectives are achieved. We want a special session. We want a special briefing. And apart from that one briefing, that had not really happened. So this would probably give a breather to the government as well, as far as opposition is concerned, and lay some of their questions or complaints to rest.
You know, it is standard essentially for such a time for the Prime Minister to kind of lead from the front, to address the nation, to speak about some of the concerns that citizens have, especially because this has been an operation that's been unprecedented in India's history. And having said that, also the fact that, you know, our forces have put so much on the line to ensure they defend our country. So the Prime Minister's message here will be extremely crucial. As far as the opposition's demands go, Anjali, we must keep in mind that right after phase 1 of Operation Sindoor, which was where we targeted the terror hubs, there was an all-party meeting in which a briefing was also held for all the other parties. Of course, then too, there were a lot of questions asked by the opposition as to why the Prime Minister didn't attend. But the government has kind of kept the opposition in the loop as much as they could. Yes, there's a demand for a special session, but I sense that when the Prime Minister speaks at 8 p.m, he's not going to really be catering to any of the politics, but rather focusing first on our forces, the splendid job that they've done in protecting our nation and also hitting back at Pakistan, the success of Operation Sindoor, and perhaps also why there was a necessity for an operation like this to hit Pakistan, to hit their terror hubs first, and then to escalate as much as Pakistan escalated. There is also the question about, you know, what kind of steps will be taken up post this now, because it's a long fight, of course, to tackle terror. The Prime Minister could lay out the roadmap for that. Besides, of course, also talking about whether we can trust a country like Pakistan. We've been stabbed in the back several times by Pakistan. Can we afford to really trust them when we talk of a ceasefire? Perhaps the Prime Minister could also talk about that. So it'll be a very, very important address to watch out for, because it will also perhaps tell us what the government is thinking and what could happen in the next few days, Anjali.
Right. Shreya, I'd like to bring you in here. You know, till now, the Prime Minister has let the armed forces take the center stage, be the face of this operation, give out all the information. We have seen different people in uniformed men and women of this country coming and giving us all the details. So first time we will see the head of the government coming and speaking about this. So what are we expecting? What kind of a response do you expect from different quarters of the polity and as well as the citizens as far as this address is concerned?
Well, you know, Anjali, I have a slight different understanding about this. We have allowed our armed forces, the ones who have been on the front line, to define and elaborate Operation Sindoor. Yes, the Prime Minister will congratulate them and announce that this was a major success, but be sure that the Prime Minister will be sending out an ultimatum to Pakistan. We must not forget that when we decided the ceasefire, we also redefined what we will understand as act of war. Very categorically, India has redefined what act of war is. From now onwards, any terror attack on our soil will be considered act of war, and I'm very sure that that is the message that the Prime Minister will be elaborating, will be redefining. There will be talk on Operation Sindoor from him. There will be talk on the success of that, but largely this message will probably be an ultimatum to the terrorist state that Pakistan is, because this is the last and final time they will be told that if you don't draw the line, it will not be our responsibility to be measured all the time. This time our attack was measured, but it cannot be all the time, because if you're the host nation of terrorism, we will call out your proxy warfare. We will ensure that the message is given, and I'm very sure that the Prime Minister will be speaking on those lines.
Right, absolutely. The Prime Minister will obviously not go into the operational details. That is the job of the men in the uniform, and they've done it extremely well. Joining us now is Aishwarya Paliwal. Aishwarya, tell me, what kind of a message do we expect the Prime Minister to send out? This televised address, of course, will be watched not just by the Indians, of course, people from the other side of the border and globally.
Well, one thing is very, very clear. It will not be just one message that Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be giving out. From what we are understanding, there will be many messages in this one message that Prime Minister will speak about. What Pakistan should expect next, what the world should expect next. That is something that the Prime Minister will focus on. What India has done and the targets, the specific targets, and that's what we have seen coming in from the Bharatiya Janata Party also since the day the attack took place, that once we know where the targets are, we have all the details, we will make sure that we hit them hard. Also, if you remember, we all understand that it was Prime Minister Narendra Modi who on the very first meeting told the CDS, told the NSA and all the three chiefs of the defense forces that I am giving you full freedom. You have the right to choose the targets that you want to hit. You have the right to choose when you want to hit them. Make sure that those innocent lives that were lost, those 26 people who lost their lives to terrorism, they are avenged and justice is given. So with regards to this, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will give out a message for the nation, to tell the nation what India has done, and a message for the world, especially to Pakistan, that this is something that you wanted to do. This is a condition that has been put forth, but there's a doctrine change also that we are now seeing, a policy shift, a big policy shift. Any terror attack now, which comes in from Pakistan, anything that happens on Indian soil will be taken as an act of war, and India will respond like that. So we are seeing a big policy shift taking place here. And with regards to that, from what we can understand at the moment, it will be one message, but there will be subtle messaging in this one message that Prime Minister is all set to give to the world at large and India also at 8 p.m. tonight.
Absolutely. Akshita, I'd like to bring you in as well in this, the messaging that Aishwarya is talking about, the change in stance that we have seen on the war doctrine of India, that terror now equates to war. So any act of terror equals to an act of war. So this stance, although has been communicated via different sources and mediums to the enemy across the border as well, but maybe it is important for the Prime Minister also to stand there, and where the stance comes from, the person also has to say that.
Very true, Anjali, and that's why the focus on this address, and there's so much importance being attached to this address by the Prime Minister. An act of terror being deemed an act of war is something that the government decided on taking as the next step, against Pakistan, so that this country thinks twice before they go ahead and carry out any terror strike in the country, knowing there'll be repercussions, knowing there'll be ramifications. And they've had a glimpse of it, a trailer of it, if you will, with Operation Sindoor. It's not like, India is a war-loving country, but it's the need of the hour to send out a message that if you dare to target us, and as repeatedly they've put it, if you target the country's sovereignty, we will hit back. Don't take, the fact that we've agreed to a ceasefire as some step that, shows us as being soft. And that's the message that the Prime Minister will want to put out, that while in this case, there's been a ceasefire, because we do not want a full-blown war, we don't want a full-blown conflict, that won't stop us if Pakistan continues its ways. The Prime Minister has been reiterating that repeatedly when he gives a free hand to our forces to choose how, when, where they will retaliate against Pakistan. The message there is very, very clear, that if Pakistan hits, you will hit back. And if they hit us once, you'll hit them back 10 times worse. And that's what we've been doing as part of Operation Sindoor. The Prime Minister from, the Pahalgam terror attack has been holding meetings after meetings, marathon huddles in the national capital since Operation Sindoor. Has become routine for him every morning to meet with the Chief of Defence Staff, the 3 service chiefs, the Defence Minister, the NSA as well. So that gives you a sense of how glued in really he was with all of the decisions being taken and what's happening along the borders as well. And besides that, of course, we all know, and we've been reporting on this here on India Today, about where really the name Operation Sindoor came from. That reportedly was the Prime Minister's idea, because he was thinking essentially of avenging all of the women who were widowed as a result of the Pahalgam terror attack. So all of that messaging, all of the action and the free hand being given to our forces, all of that is courtesy Prime Minister Modi. So it seems like he has a very clear strategy on how to deal with Pakistan right now. But with the ceasefire, there are a lot of questions on whether Pakistan will pay heed or resort to their same old tactics, which is why a deterrent like announcing that any act of terror becomes an act of war, will be declared an act of war by India, is extremely, extremely crucial at this juncture. And there's a possibility, like Aishwarya and Shreya pointed out, that the Prime Minister will talk about that he could call out Pakistan, issuing a direct warning to them. Because while in Pakistan, you've had the Prime Minister there, Shehbaz Sharif, spread all sorts of lies in his address about how, Pakistan was successful in what's been happening. Now, the Prime Minister will be looking not to resort to the kind of pettiness, of course, that Shehbaz Sharif resorted to, but at the same time setting the record straight on where India stands if Pakistan peddles terror again.
Right, absolutely. It was them who violated the ceasefire, and then their foreign ministry very conveniently placed the blame on India's shoulders, saying that the ceasefire was violated by Indian side and that we are trying to maintain restraint. That was a little bit hilarious coming from them. But Shreya, do tell us that there were also the DGMO level talks that were to be held, and then they were shifted a little forward to the evening. In fact, we do not have an exact time for that. Also, the Prime Minister met with all the senior and important and people who matter in this entire case today. So he's completely briefed. He is ready with his message. So how do you see this message coming through? And again, I would like you to point out the key important possibilities that would be there in this message for our viewers who are joining in now.
Well, first and foremost, like I said, that he will be giving a message to Pakistan. Ultimatum, yes, he will be defining largely why we have decided to change our doctrine on what we will see as a war, because for years now, proxy war has been used as warfare with terrorism by Pakistan. That will be there. What the Prime Minister will also be talking about will be how India's attack was actually measured. Remember, the attack was first only on terror camps. India did not target any of the military establishments of Pakistan because India was very focused that their fight is against terrorism, not against a country or its civilian. This is a sovereign country, unlike Pakistan. So why did we have to then go ahead and attack the air bases? That message will be clarified most likely because it was the Pakistan military that took it upon themselves to defend an attack on terror camps. It was the Pakistan military who decided that they will be standing by the terrorism, thereby letting themselves exposed, is why our forces were then forced to do another round of measured attack on their military establishments. These will be explained in light of the fact that the nation, 140 crore Indians, stood by the government and our forces in the operation that was carried out. And in the same breath, Anjali, we will be seeing the Prime Minister paying condolences to the civilians who have been severely hit in this ongoing operation. The unwarranted attacks that the Pakistan side retaliated by attacking our civilians, by trying to attack our religious institutions, be it mandirs, be it gurudwaras, be it a church. All these things have happened. There has been a very direct attack on, ensuring that the communal harmony is broken in the country. That did not happen. So India literally won on all fronts. We did not let Pakistan get any upper hand at any given time. All these things will be very nicely defined by the Prime Minister, because let's be sure, when that ceasefire happened, it is a fact that every single citizen wants to hear from the Prime Minister directly.
Absolutely. And we had seen in the press conferences done by the armed forces that they were clear about it, that it is not the military that they wanted to target. It was the terrorists. It was the terrorist infrastructure. But it was only because the Pakistani military came in the support of that terrorist infrastructure and targeted the civilians of our country that Indian army had no other option left other than to retaliate and hit them back where it hurts the most, their Pak air bases and other facilities which are key and crucial to their defense systems. But let's try and understand the messaging that now, Shreya, we'll come back to you in a minute. We now have the quote, or rather what Prime Minister said right after this attack that had happened in Pulwama, where 26 innocent lives were lost. Let's listen in what he had said at that time.
मैं बहुत स्पष्ट शब्दों में कहना चाहता हूं, जिन्होंने ये हमला किया है, उन आतंकियों को और इस हमले की साजिश रचने वालों को उनकी कल्पना से भी बड़ी सजा मिलेगी। सजा मिलकर के रहेगी। Today, from the soil of Bihar, I say to the whole world, India will identify, track, and punish every terrorist and their backers. We will pursue them to the ends of the earth. India's spirit will never be broken by terrorism. Terrorism will not go unpunished. Every effort will be made to ensure that justice is done. The entire nation is firm in this resolve. Everyone who believes in humanity is with us.
So that was what the Prime Minister had said after the attack in his first appearance in front of the public. It was an event in Bihar. But let's go back to India Today's Shreya and try and understand how from then to now the situation has changed and how the words that we heard then have actually become a reality now. Shreya, do tell us the words that we just heard, Prime Minister at that point of time talking about punishing the terrorists, how subsequently it became a truth, a reality that the entire country and the entire world saw.
Well, there are two ways of looking at it. First and foremost, remember, there is a two-faced inquiry that is going on. One by the NIA in the Pahalgam attack, where unfortunately the terrorists are yet to be caught. That is one thing. But the Operation Sindoor, that was done by the army. That has been on the lines of what the Prime Minister said. He said the plotters of this attack, we will ensure that we go to the end of the earth and we send out a message. That we did. The Indian forces did not cross the LOC, but our weapons, they went to the end of the earth, to every corner of Pakistan where terror camps were hiding. We attacked Sialkot, we attacked Mudrike, we attacked Bahawalpur, and these are terror camps, 9 of the total terror camps that we targeted. There has been enormous evidence where Pakistan has been hiding these terrorists for so long. Remember, Bahawalpur has been on the focus since so many attacks that's taken place in Indian soil, be it the Parliament attack of 26/11. So collectively, this was also sending out a message against terrorism, and a firm one, and that's exactly what the Prime Minister highlighted, that will be done post the Pahalgam attack and what has actually been done by our armed forces. Also, today, when the army ended the press conferences, the DG Air Ops, A.K. Bharti, he said that our air bases are intact, our troops are intact, and we are ready for the next operation. So clearly, we are prepared, ready. This is not that we have taken any setbacks, unlike the Pakistan, our enemy country has. We are there, full prepared on the ground, be it the air, be it the navy. And now with the Prime Minister sending out an ultimatum to Pakistan, it is a responsibility and a red line that will be drawn, that if this host nation continues proxy warfare in the name of terrorism, we will see it as an act of war and we will continue hitting.
Right. And also, you know, we've seen messages being sent out by the armed forces to Pakistan, to the terrorists, to be more precise. It's been a clear message that terrorism is not going to be tolerated. Till now, maybe India's threshold has been a little bit higher. The tolerance level has been a little bit higher. But India's change in stance, the war doctrine clearly states that that threshold is to reduce significantly. And that messaging, that linearity of messaging will continue, as we will see Prime Minister speaking to the nation at 8 in the night today. Tonight, 8 p.m., we expect Prime Minister Modi to address the nation. Aishwarya is also joining us here. Aishwarya, what are your sources telling you? What can we expect from this address?
Well, you know, the first thing that Prime Minister Narendra Modi will speak about is the valor of what all the forces have done. And we have seen state of meetings. Let me give you a number.
There were close to 40 meetings that have taken place over the course of the last 4 days, which means roughly 10 meetings almost every single day taken place between the defense minister, the chief of the defense staff, the CDS, the NSA, that is Ajit Doval. And we have seen how the three chiefs of the three forces, the army, the air force and the navy, all of them have been in constant touch with the government, telling the government what exactly has happened. So that's something that the prime minister will speak about. What was the idea behind Operation Sindhu? How did this idea come about? And we have told people that it was the idea that came from Prime Minister Narendra Modi. One of the first photographs that he saw actually when he came back from the Saudi was the photograph of Mrs. Narwal when she was sitting there right next to the mortal remains of Officer Narwal. So with regards to that, the government was very, very clear that they have made sure that Indian women become widows. So this is something which we will not let go. The 26 innocent lives that were being lost through the terror attack, and this terrorism starts from and is given, all the emanations and the training in Pakistan. This will not, India will make sure that they revenge it, they avenge it, and they give out a signal to Pakistan so that these things stop once and for all. So that's something that Prime Minister Modi will touch upon, and also expect a warning coming in from Prime Minister Narendra Modi very clearly. He will be telling Pakistan that now the entire policy has shifted, the doctrine has shifted. Any act of terrorism on our soil will now be treated as war, and we will see that India will retaliate in proportionate manner. Not just proportionate, could even be higher when we speak about terror activities taking place on our soil.
Right, absolutely.